What is up, everyone? Today we're going over what are the best divisions in the UFC right now. Uh, First, before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want. I'll respond and heart your comment. Now let's get into it. The criteria I'm using is popularity, how deep the division is, how good fighters they have, and their champion. So let's just get straight into it. Um, so we got S tier, A tier, B tiers, B tier, whatever. I'll edit that out. All right. Now, I will have some weight classes, some divisions on the same tier. That's okay. It happens. I was too lazy to think of random words to say for each one. So let's just dive straight into it. 145, Ilya Topuria, Max Holloway, Volkanovski. This division is so good. Let's take a look at it too. Let's look at the top five. Obviously, Volkanovski, Max Holloway, Diego Lopez, Yair Rodriguez, Evloev, and then we have Brian Ortega. Arnold. This division is so good, and we have great matchups coming up for this. Probably Volk versus Diego Lopez. We do have Aljamain Sterling versus Mozart Evloev. And if we just look at people coming up in this division, Lerone Murphy's pretty good. Uh, now that I look at the division isn't as deep as I thought. Listen, all do we know every one of these person's names? Yes, but I'm gonna go A tier. Now we got heavyweight, a very good division. Just kidding. The division's terrible. It's not deep at all. Now, because of the top five of the heavyweight division, that's what carries the division. It's hard to put it because the heavyweight division, it has two champions. It has Tom Aspinall and John Jones, which I think that's not good for the division. It needs to get sorted. So I think that brings the division down a little bit. But if you look at their top five is really good. You have, what's it called? Obviously, Tom Aspinall, he's an interim champ. You have John Jones. I'm not counting either of these guys as champ. I'll count Tom Aspinall as a champ. John Jones is number one. You have Sorrell Gone, really entertaining. Volkov, very good. Pavlovich, very good. Curtis Blades, very good. Yeah, and you have Jailton Almeida approaching that. And then once you get out of the top six, top seven, shitters. Absolute shitters. So, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go B tier. Now, the reason it's not lower is because of John Jones and Tom Aspinall solely themselves carrying the division. Now, 205. This division is very good. It's kind of deep. It's not that deep of a division. But Alex Pereira, you have Pereira as your champion, and you have a lot of you have contenders now. What I don't like about the contenders is they've kind of all fought each other in a way. Not really, but there's not really that many future matchups for Poetan himself. There's only Ankalaev, and then after that, we don't really know. We'll just see rematches with other people. So I'm gonna still go A tier just because it has Poetan. And guys, you got Yuri Prohaska, you got Ankalaev, you got Jamal Hill, Jan Blachowicz, Alexander Rakic, the GOAT. You got Khalil Roundtree now approaching that. You got some good guys here, but once you go down, the division really isn't that deep. You got some old guys. You got Ozdemir. He just got actually knocked out last night. You got Johnny Walker, old, or he's not old but done. Olberg, yeah, he's coming. He just beat Ozdemir, so he'll probably be ranked number seven, number 8 when the rankings come out in a couple days. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go A tier just because of Poetan and Ankalaev, just because of them. And also, there are some people like Olberg. He's pretty good, but I don't know. He's not that like good, honestly. Let's be honest. 155, we got Islam Makhachev as the champion. I'm gonna just immediately go S tier, and the reason I do this is because it's a deep division, and the division is kind of flowing now in a way. And you have the champion Islam Makhachev, the pound for pound number one fighter in the world, pound for pound number one. And like, there's so many matchups to be made, and so many matchups that already have been made. Look at this division. We got Charles Oliveira, Justin Gaethje, Armin Sarukian, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Dan Hooker, Michael Chandler, Matisse Gamrot. No one cares. Beneil Dariush, don't know what happened to Beneil. Moicano coming back up again. Fiziev, very good. Benoit Saint-Denis, whatever. He's not bad. Paddy Pimblett, too. Very future. Just great matchups in the future. This is a S tier division, and yeah, I don't really see other divisions going above it except one other division. 170. God damn it. Now. Huh. You know? I look at this now. I'm going to move it like that right now for now. I'm going to move it like that. Now. 170. Bilal Muhammad as your champion. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Ian Gary, Colby Covington, Joaquin Buckley, Kamara Usman, Jack Della Maddalena. This is a very deep division. Oh, Ian Gary, Gilbert Burns, Stephen Thompson. This is a very good division, guys. And honestly, I think it's about the same. But here's the thing. There was a stale part where 170 it wasn't flowing, but now it is finally flowing. We have matchups. We have Joaquin Buckley versus Colby Covington. Now we have Ian Gary versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. And seeing those two matchups happen, we're probably going to get Leon Edwards versus Sean Brady soon. So honestly, I'm going to go S tier. And Bilal, he's not a bad champion. He's kind of entertaining. If you put him in there with the good people, I thought that Leon fight was very entertaining. And if you put him in there with the winner of Bilal and Ian Gary, or the winner of Shavkat and Ian Gary, which is probably going to be Shavkat, I think that'll be very entertaining. One of the best welterweight matchups of all time. So, I'm going to go S tier. Now, 125, guys. The most irrelevant division that no one cares about. The most skilled division, supposedly. Guys, I don't think 125 is as deep as people think. Now, does it have the most skilled people? Sure, we could say that. Maybe, why not? But guys, there's staleness in the division. But we have a really good title fight coming up. Asakura versus Pantoja. That's very good. But if you just go down here, these guys really are not, they're not that good. Now, are they good compared to like all of MMA? Yes. But for their division, they're not that good. And Pantoja keeps beating all these guys. He's beat Brandon Royval like 2 times, I think. Moreno 2 times. I think he's beat Albazi. Kai Kara, he's fought a lot of people here. Steve Ersic, he fought. The division's stale right now, and obviously we have the really good title fight coming up, Asakura versus Pantoja, and I'm hoping Asakura gets a W, and I'm probably leaning towards him, but we'll see. You know, my prediction closer to the date, which is in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go C tier, right there besides Johnny Boy. 135. This division is so good. And we just had a banger fight 10 hours ago with Jan and Davison and Figueiredo. Guys, I'm going to go A tier. This is a great division. It's flowing now too. We got so many matchups. We got Merab versus Umar. We just had the matchup I just said. We'll probably have O'Malley versus someone else. Or O'Malley hopping back in there with Merab. And just let's look at the division too. We have a division with Sean O'Malley, Umar Nurmagomedov, Pierre DeYarn, Corey Sandhagen, Davison Figueiredo, Marlon Chito Vera, Henry Cejudo, And then once it gets past Song Yadong and Rob Font, it gets kind of stale. But these guys are pretty good. We got Mario Bautista on the come up. I know people don't like him, but he's still on the come up. He's a good fighter. Uh, and we have Jose Aldo, vet of the sport, very good fighter, very entertaining. These Kyler Phillips is pretty good, bro. Marcus McGee, I like him. He's pretty good. These guys are all very good. So I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I already ranked them. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go A tier for this division. Now, 185. Jarikus Duplessis, the king of Africa. Stacked and deep division once again, guys. Now I'm gonna. This is so tough because I don't want to put three people at S tier, but 185 is such a good division. We have so many matchups like that could be aligned. We have potentially Hamza versus Dricus, or potentially Dricus versus Sean Strickland too. We have Brahalio, whatever his name. I can never pronounce his name. Uh, Caio Baralo, and we have Imavov. These guys are really good. Now in the middle here with Cannonier, Brendan Allen, Delise, Paulo Costa, and Jack Hermanson, it gets kind of weird and like these guys are not that entertaining. Paulo Costa is always entertaining, but then we get here Michael Pereira. I know he just got fraud checked. It wasn't a fraud check. He just lost pretty badly. And then we got Shera Magomedov, and then outside of the rankings, we got Bo Nickel. We got Joe Pfeiffer coming up. These are good guys, man. And just I think this division obviously is carried by Hamza and Dricus. Oh yeah, and Adesanya is in this division too. Whitaker's gonna fight again. Like this is such a good division. I'm gonna go S tier. Now I can't have three. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move Pantoja down one because I think there's more matchups to be made at heavyweight, and I think soon the heavyweight division will be figured out. And I think that's a good place to put him. 135 is at S tier. 170, I'm gonna put it below 145, and 155 I'm gonna put at A tier. This is my list, guys. 135 and 185 are the best divisions right now. They're flowing. Hmm. I don't like seeing 155, but I think there are there's gonna be too many rematches, and it's just not flowing as much as I would like it to. But it's a deep division, very very deep division. So yeah, I think this is this tier list is pretty shit. This ranking's pretty shit. But make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Peace out.